What's up, vinyl community? It's Jason coming at you from the Jazz Basement on a beautiful, sunny Saturday morning here in Washington, D.C. Usually I shoot these videos late night when it's really quiet, but as circumstances have allowed, I am alone in the house on a beautiful Saturday morning. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot this video and kind of get it out of the way. These are going to be recent finds. They're all heat start to finish, and it's going to get better and better as the video goes on. So, as many of you know, I live in Washington D.C. One of the great shops in the area, and I'll throw it out there and I'll say in America for jazz is going to be HR Records. I built a really great relationship with them over the years. They get a lot of heat. DC has a vibrant jazz scene and has historically, so we get a lot of great collections that come in. So this was no different. A collection walked in through their doors. They posted it. The owner texted me, said, "You got to check this stuff out." So headed over to HR on yesterday, on Friday. Had a chat with the owner, and it's like, the incredible collection walked in great shape. So what's the story here? And he's like, "Oh, well, it's a guy that walked through the doors and had a bunch of jazz to sell, and basically was either going to Vegas or going to the casino and was trying to raise some money to do that, and sold a bunch of records. And I guess when he hits it big in the casino, he buys a lot of jazz records. So jazz records sort of fund his gambling lifestyle, I guess you could call it. But he was a little short on cash, so he brought some of his gems in to sell. And a handful of those are now in my collection. So first one I picked up was this. It's Red Garland's piano. It's on Prestige. So featuring Red Garland on piano, Paul Chambers on bass, and Art Taylor on the sticks. So a nice little jazz trio. This is a beautiful record. It's in great shape, as you can see. The cover, no, near mint, basically. I mean, there's no dings, nothing. Spine's really good. The wax itself, super clean on the Prestige Fireworks label, as you can see, Bergenfield, New Jersey, RVG stamp, the whole 9 yards. But the music on this is great. It's a great late night spin, I find. A lot of really good synergy between the three players. Not one you see very often, but anything Red Garland is worth a look. He's almost at the level of a Bill Evans in my view. So didn't really break the bank on this one, but it's in excellent shape, both in terms of the wax and the vinyl. So really excited to have that in the collection. Then we go straight into heavies. So I love Bill Evans. I saw this on the wall, had to have it. Portraits in Jazz, Bill Evans Trio. This is the studio album that preceded his sessions at the Village Vanguard. So Sunday at the Village Vanguard and Waltz for Debbie. Those are stone cold classics. This is right there. Bill Evans, a master of the piano. Scott LaFaro on bass as well. And there's some really great playing on here. It's really a piano and bass album, to my ears at least. And what's great is Bill Evans gives a lot of space both to the bassist and the drummer. So it's not just piano dominated, but this is a stone cold classic. If you don't have this in any form, OJC, $20 well spent. This particular pressing is a second mono. I think this was released in 1960. This is a 61 press. So beautiful blue Riverside labels, deep groove, mono, in near mint condition. I mean, it's unbelievable. I see these from time to time, but they're really beat up and they go for a pretty penny. But you can see here, you can't see here, but the wax is excellent, borderline near mint. There's no marks on it. It plays through absolutely quietly. Could not be happier. And even the jacket, no splits, no seams, no dings, just super clean. So amazing pickup. I don't have any original Bill Evans. I know there's with Record Store Day was a few weeks ago. Seems like there's always a Bill Evans Record Store Day release. I've picked up some, they're good, but if you don't have the standards locked down, if you don't have this, if you don't have Waltz for Debbie, um, Intermodulation's another really good one with Jim Hall. Um, do not sleep on this album. This is a 5 out of 5 star type recording, and you need it in your collection. Um, Also, in amazing shape was this. This was up on the wall. Dexter Gordon, A Swinging Affair. This is a first stereo press. So it's got the New York, USA labels there. It's got the ear, Van Gelder stereo stamps. Looks brand new. I mean, no splits, no seams, beautiful gloss. The wax is shiny. There's no marks on the wax. It plays through dead quiet. And I love Dexter Gordon. Probably my third, favorite saxophonist after Coltrane and Sonny Rollins. Definitely right up there. What's great about this album, it has a nice, relaxed, bluesy feel to it. And what drew me to it was it came out right after Go. Now, Go is one of my favorite Dexter Gordon albums. It's either that or Our Man in Paris. Both of those Stone Cold classics. So this one has a very similar vibe to Go. Same lineup. So Sonny Clark on piano. And I believe this is the last album Sonny Clark recorded. He died 5 months after this. So very short lived. I think he died at the age of in his early 30s. But Butch Warren and Billy Higgins. So Butch Warren on bass, Billy Higgins on the sticks. Really bluesy album. Beautiful. Great late night playing. I thought with the picture and the name, A Swingin' Affair, I thought it'd be a little bit more up tempo. It's not. It's just a really nice, relaxing album, very soulful, very bluesy, which I really dig. So if you see this, pick it up. I believe there's a Tone Poet or a classic series. I think it's a Tone Poet that's out. Tone Poets are kind of hard to find here and there, but I think it's money well spent. Definitely pick it up if you see it. Next up, another massive classic. Needs no introduction. John Coltrane, Giant Steps on Atlantic 1311. I love Coltrane, and I love Coltrane's Atlantic output. I think that's some of his best work. I mean, A Love Supreme's probably my favorite, but after that, it's, Giant Steps, some of my favorite things, plays the blues. Basically, my recommendation is to own all of his output on Atlantic. It is phenomenal stuff. And this is obviously a Stone Cold classic, on top three. If you look at various lists, if you believe in lists, I do take them with a grain of salt because I think it's really important to use your own ear and buy what you like and own what you like. But this is, as you can see, in great shape. The cover's not quite as clean as the others, but no splits, no seams, beautiful. And then, boom, get the original Atlantic black and silver label. This is an original mono press, VG++ all around. Plays beautifully. The music needs no introduction. You got to have a copy of this. Maybe not an original, but if you can find one, jump on it. If not, go for a release. I think Acoustic Sounds might be doing a reissue of this. I can't imagine that they wouldn't. My old copy of this was, I think, a third press stereo. Not sure what I'm going to do with that. This is cleaner. It's mono. I'm going to keep this. There's no question about that. But I might be passing it on to a friend. We'll see. Last but not least, this was the real reason I went there when they put the Instagram post up on the page. Couldn't believe my eyes. Again, one that needs no introduction. Check this beauty out. The Cooker by Lee Morgan. Blue Note 1578. So it's a mono. Look how clean this is on the jacket. Beautiful. No writing on the spine, which I wasn't expecting that. Absolutely great shape. The wax also in beautiful shape. You know, VG++, excellent, whatever you want to call it. Get the micro groove, so it's mono. This is a second press. This needs no introduction, right? So it's got the ear, it's got the RVG stamp. I think this was released in 1962. An original of this goes for megabucks. You know, I saw one in a store locally, not HR. It was Good Plus, completely trashed cover, and they wanted $300 or $400 for it. So, and it's not there anymore. So someone bought it. This was a fraction of that in a better shape all around. I mean, this looks brand new. This cover looks brand new. Beautiful gloss on it, nice laminated feel to it, and the music is incredible. This also is in a Tone Poet. I highly recommend it. I had the Tone Poet. I never actually thought I would see an original. I did see an original, but one where it was where you would want to own it in a condition, you know, condition where you'd want to own it. This is absolutely my forever copy. This is so clean. It sounds so good. There's no surface noise. Just a beautiful, beautiful pickup. You know, this alone, actually any of these alone would make for a great day. I had an absolute blast picking up all of these. I've been listening to them nonstop. And, you know, that's just how it works sometimes. I was literally August 1st. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to buy any records. I'm just going to relax. I've got some vacation coming up. Let's just chill. You know, no records. But, you know, sometimes you got to break the rules. And for stuff like this, you absolutely have to break the rules. So I had some store credit. I had a little bit of cash from some other trades of selling off some guitar gear. So was able to fund all of these. And again, when the vinyl gods smile on you, you've got to pounce. You know, I'd much rather own one of these than, you know, buying 10 $5 records or $25 records. I'd much rather have one of these in my collection. I like to keep my collection nice and tight. And, you know, I'm not afraid to sell stuff as well. So I've got a designated amount of space. If there's stuff you know, maybe it comes highly rated. Maybe, you know, the Instagram community or YouTube community really likes it. That's totally fine. But at the end of the day, it's my, you know, my collection, or it's your collection. It what speaks to you. It's what your ear likes, and that's what you want to own. Um, that's just how I go about it. You know, keep it all killer, no filler, to your preferences. But I can hand on my heart recommend all of these. Any of these, you know, are just bona fide classics. So hope everyone has a great day, a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, have a good one.